Hello, good evening, everybody. Uh, we'll start session in next 2 or 3 minutes.
Hi, good evening, Pranaya.
Good evening, Arman.
Okay. So any query related to yesterday's session, guys? Did you try to install Kali Linux? Anybody?
Yes, I have installed the Kali link and it is successfully installed.
Okay, great, great. So let me
Device
let
already set. Bluetooth mode. Sound.
Uh,
let let me
Hi.
make you presenter so you can share your screen, and I just want to know about the UI and interface.
Sure, I will do it.
Yes, yes.
So, can I share it now?
Yeah, you can share it. I have already make you a presenter.
Okay. Is it visible?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, yeah. Good, great, great. So if you guys, anybody, I mean, I think it's a MacBook, right? If I'm not wrong.
Yes, this is the Mac.
Okay, okay. Anybody else has installed or try to install Kali Linux?
Aryan, this is Pranay. I was not able to install. That's why I called Harun to help me out on that.
Okay, okay. So what I suggest you guys, please make a group so you guys can help each other. Whoever has installed already, or if anybody is facing the difficulties, then you guys can help each other.
Yeah, post my call, post this session, I will be getting in touch with Harun so that he can help me out on installing that
Yeah,
on
yeah, yeah.
mask.
Yes, yes.
Well, I installed it on a different machine using my Raspberry Pi.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I installed it. It's on a different machine. It's not on this machine though. I have
So,
another desktop.
okay, okay. So can you just share your screen? Is it successfully installed, Kevin?
I like I said, it's not on this machine. It's on another. This is my laptop. It wouldn't come on this machine, so I had to install it on my other desktop.
Okay,
So
okay,
I
okay.
can't.
Okay, no problem.
I could try to get the class on the other machine and see.
Okay, okay. Got it. If we have no queries, then uh, we'll can go with the today's topic, network scanning and enumeration. So today we will go through the Nmap tools, Nessus tool, how we can run a scan right for our target. So yeah, somebody pings message. Sorry to say I missed yesterday's session and I could not view the recording links. It does not work. Please resend. No, it is already there. If you can just log in to EdYoda portal and it should be there in your view course and the recordings there. If you are not able to uh, find the recordings and the materials, I'll make you presenter so you can share your screen and we can help you where you can find the recordings and material.
Yes, please.
Okay, okay. Let me make you presenter. Yeah, you are already presenter, so you can share your screen.
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
See here, this is a session recording where it
Mm-hmm.
shows recording is
No,
not
no. So
available.
you are in the network scanning. So the session is already going on. So once the session is completed, then
Okay,
only you will be able to see the recording for this session.
okay.
For
I'll just
yesterday's session, you have to select the topic, ethical information gathering, and
okay. View. Okay.
yeah, no, just go your introduction to ethical hacking and information gathering topic. Here you can see this one. Yeah, yes, yes, this. No, this is a
This
quiz.
one.
No, this is the
No.
quiz. The second one. The second one.
This one.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So go to the session recording. Click on it. Session recording. It should be there.
Even I got a mail when I click on that link. Na, first of all the button is not enabling. See here, watch recording.
Mm-hmm.
Even I place, I could not click on that button.
Okay. So anybody else is facing this problem or only with Sham, right? Yeah.
I mean, if we can check on other one also. If you want, I can show you. I mean, I can share my also desktop, and
Okay.
then you can check it out.
Yeah, yeah. Please share your screen.
Yeah,
So should I stop sharing?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Please.
Thank you.
In my case, session recording is there at that area, particularly where you have shown.
It's not allowing me to share. Sham, can you? I mean, stop sharing.
Yeah, I have already stopped sharing.
Uh, it's not allowing me. Aaron, can you check
Maybe
at your?
you need to get permission for as a presenter.
No, no. I have already make everybody's presenter, so
Yeah,
Okay.
multiple participant can share their screen.
Mhm.
now I can share. Hold second.
Otherwise, I will be share. 1 minute.
Yeah, you go ahead. You can go ahead.
Yeah. No, share button, it is not able to enable Windows or interruption. Tab. It is asking for tab. Yeah, I will share now.
Okay.
Is it possible to view?
Yes, yes, yes. You are able
Yeah.
to see the recording. So
Yes. If you click the session recording, it is updated.
so
Which browser is it in?
It's a Chrome.
Chrome. Even I have opened in Chrome only.
so are you in the same place where I don't know, Omkar is redirecting or
Can you move a
locating?
little bit down?
Down.
Uh, no, no, screen. That show me the top menu on in which tab are you in?
This one and this one.
Uh, uh,
No, no.
uh, uh, Still a little bit.
Yeah,
Session
system
recording.
recording.
Session
Even
recording tab.
I'm in the same tab.
Okay, maybe it is not updated for you yesterday. Maybe you are
No,
not
no,
joined,
it
that's why.
should be there. So there is some
It is
problem. So you can
accessible. Any accessible is there because we have yesterday joined. So that's why we are accessible
Uh,
like that.
Maybe
so
you enrolled today, or maybe in between yesterday and in between today. Maybe it's like
no,
that
no,
only.
no,
You have
no. See, I have enrolled logmac and
no, no, it
You
shouldn't be a
click.
case.
Okay.
So what I suggest you, Sam, you can just take a screenshot of it and just drop a email to the EdYoda team. So they will fix it.
pardon, which mail ID?
EdYoda mail ID. I mean,
Okay,
yeah,
support
that.
at the rate EdYoda. Okay,
Yes, yes,
okay, I'll do that.
yeah.
Arman, I have a doubt here.
Mm-hmm,
Uh, in this study material,
mm-hmm.
okay, some information is given for us or it is taken into the class this.
No, no. So they have, so EdYoda itself is, they have mentioned few details about these things.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So you guys have, I think, yeah, the three resources. The one is here for the from the EdYoda.
Hmm.
This is the session plan they have created, and I
Okay.
have already uploaded my PPT and document as well, and the
Okay.
important links from where I got those information.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
But I haven't
Hmm.
found your PPT
No, it's
uploaded
Yes.
there.
in
Yes.
there.
It's there in the references. If you go, it is there.
Okay,
No,
okay.
that
1 minute.
PPT is different. I think it's not same. Content are same, but because this is,
No,
I think it is 30 or 40 pages. See, 36 or something pages is there.
no, no, that is not mine.
Yeah, that's why we
Uh,
are confusing which one we need to be refer it.
okay. Can you
Yeah.
scroll a bit down? Are you able to see my Word document?
Word document yesterday we saw it. Okay.
Okay. And along with the
Yeah.
Word document, PPT is also there with the name of that topic. I don't know. You guys are getting us something different.
No, yesterday I saw here Word document, but again today it is showing same.
Yeah,
Can I?
you're on the version 12, not version 13.
So
We,
even that PPT is not there, and yesterday that documents was available. That document is not available today.
Yes, you're
yeah.
on you're on
Yeah.
CEH V12, not V13. Click V13.
This is V13 CHV. So we need to
No,
refer V14.
look on your left. Look on your left, you see you are opening V12
In the
on your
12,
left,
yeah, CH version 12, can you
right
click?
next to module.
Where I have to go?
No, you can see the CH version 12. Just click on it.
Okay, okay. I got it in version 12. Okay.
Yeah,
We
just
were
Okay,
trying to
here.
find in some other. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, But still it is showing same. See,
No, just click
You're
on.
still on version 12.
Refresh
You're
it
still on
again.
version 12. You're still on version 12. Now click version
Go to the
13.
bottom.
Nope.
No.
12. Click
no,
12
it's not.
again.
No,
Again,
go
12.
version 13. Go version
Click
13.
12. No, click 12 and then version 13 will come up. Okay, now click 13. Now you have 13.
Yeah,
oh,
that is.
okay.
And also I have uploaded PPT as well.
So this is today's reference file. Huh? Okay.
Just go
So
to the ethical
yesterday,
hacking one. Yeah, go to references.
yeah,
That's it.
It's
yeah.
a PDF, and
Oh, okay.
can you just click on the arrow sign? You can see the double arrow, right? Just click on it. No, this one, the blue one. Yeah, the arrow sign. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So my document and the PPT both are there. I have uploaded.
Is here. Okay. Okay. So we need to refer this 13.
13.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know about
Okay.
12. What all
Then
these?
session is also there. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Yeah. Then
almost the same. I took 12 also. It's similar, but not the same. It's just some small differences.
okay. 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 Thank you.
Yeah. And Sham,
Yeah.
can you also go and just check in the CH version 13 section in the session recording? Probably you will be get the recordings.
Yes.
Uh,
Oh, okay.
maybe you are checking for the CH version 12. That is why you are not able to see the recording. You can check
Right.
Okay.
and let us know. If not there, take the screenshot and send it to the support team.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. So can I stop my sharing?
Yeah,
Or?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Please continue.
Okay.
And one more thing that I want to get myself clear. So
Mhm.
how long that data, I mean, whatever content are there in the EdYoda, how
It's
long
for 1 year.
it will be accessing?
Till 1 year, yes.
Will be available, no?
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
this,
yeah.
yeah.
So
Only
recording, quiz, and
video will not be
material.
available. Yeah.
I'm not sure. I don't know. Video is also there for a year. Okay. So network scanning. So scanning, if can let me ask one query with you all. Can anybody tell me scanning is in which phase about the information gathering? It is a second phase, third phase.
Second phase.
Yeah, correct. So in the network scanning, so basically here we try to get more detail and gather the information about the the vulnerabilities or potential vulnerabilities are present in the server. Okay, so network scanning is basically is a very key I can say key phase in the ethical hacking, where we identify the active devices, open port, what are the services running on it, and the vulnerability in a target network. So how the vulnerability scanner work? So if you can see, it's a server-based scanning and cloud-based scanning, because now we have the cloud provider, right? Azure, uh, AWS, and GCP. Some organization they are using IBM Cloud and Oracle Cloud also. So those also are getting scanned, and the server-based scanning. So what are the things we are scanning and we are detecting about the vulnerabilities in the devices, virtual infrastructure, mobile devices, data in motion, and suspicious connection. So all these devices are connected in your network. Those all are getting scanned. So this is how the your vulnerability scanner work. Okay, which is completely different when we talk about web application vulnerability scanner. So web application vulnerability scanner is basically running on a some sensors and some predefined attack payload that it will inject in your target application page, and on the basis of the responses, the application scanner will throw the vulnerabilities. So that is how it works. So let me jump into the some practical things. So for network scanning, we will be working on the Nessus tool and
Arman, if you
yes.
can explain little bit the complete architecture of this scanning work, vulnerability scanning network, little bit
Uh,
it is confusing. How it
yes, I
is?
mean it is basically a very much clear here in this. If you can see, can you please tell me about your doubts here? I mean, so if you can see that it is basically scanning your server base and cloud base and every devices, what are the integrated or connected over your network, whether it is a local file, database, application, right? Database, local file, and application, which is completed through the web application scan. Okay, router is scanning,
Okay.
laptop is scanning, IPS, IDS, switches. So about the laptop, how the laptop is being scanned. So let's say few companies are they have onboarded NSS and Qualys, right? So these tools, they have basically a cloud agent. Let's say I'm taking my example. So in my
Mhm.
organization, we have a network vulnerability scanning team, and they are basically installing the Qualys cloud agent in every laptop, okay, across the globe.
Okay.
So what it does, the cloud agent will automatically scan your machine in every 4 or 5 hours, and whatever the data it is captured, it will throw on a Qualys dashboard. So on the Qualys dashboard, they can see about the vulnerability, existing vulnerability in this laptop, in my laptop. So they will report those vulnerability, and then they will give you the mail uh, communication that we have found that you are using any vulnerable or outdated software in your machine. You need to upgrade it, or you can uninstall it if it is not usable. So if you guys have heard, let's say I have installed the Postman tool. The Postman tool basically it is helping us to perform the API scan. Okay, so
Yeah.
the Postman lower version I have installed, let's say 1 point something I have installed, and I was not aware about it that it is outdated. So because of this Qualys agent, it scanned my machine, and they have found that I have installed a outdated version of the Postman collection, Postman software. So I got this mail from the Qualys vulnerability team that that we have found you are using or you have installed Postman outdated version. You need to upgrade it. If not, please uninstall it. And they have raised a vulnerability list also, which is associated with the lower version of the Postman collection, Postman tools. So I have immediately upgraded, and then I informed them that I have already upgraded my Postman tools. So that is how it run a scan on your devices, on your laptop every 4 or 5 hours.
Okay. That is for the endpoint if I'm referring to laptop or the smartphones,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yes, yes.
And what about the networking devices? Like if I'm saying switches, router, and even for the firewall, means how it is working, the scan, or is it?
So in the Qualys tool or Nessus tool, we have this facility to scan the what are the connected devices are there. Okay, and we
Okay.
have the IPS team is also IPS IDS tool is also, which is having the security operation center tool, center team. So they are basically monitoring your devices on all the connected devices. So let's say in the office you have printer also, right? So
Right.
if you want to print some document, you just mention some command, and
Mhm.
your document is sent to that particular printer. Okay, so it is also being scanned through the DLP or through your cloud agent also. If you try to, let's say any harmful files you have send it to your printer, so it will scan those files also and the content as well. So if it is find something suspicious, they will trigger you a email. So
So
through
this,
Okay. So
yeah.
uh, yeah, yeah, sorry. this network switches and everything will be scanned in one machine, and then it is detected the vulnerabilities, or
Hmm. Correct.
how it is, means one centralized machine which is called network management or something, and
Hmm.
then all the switches are connected there, and that vulnerability will be detected on that through that machines, like that it is.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, understood.
Okay. So any query, guys, related to the vulnerability scanner, how it
So
works?
here you mean to say it is a client server based software where we need to have a server?
Client server. See, I mean, vulnerability scanning team, and they are scanning all the internal network server, all the
Okay,
internal server.
okay,
Okay, let's say uh, you are sitting in India and you are handling a team sitting in the Australia. So they have their own laptop. Okay,
uh,
HP laptop is there. So the vulnerability
okay,
team, they will basically install the cloud agent in their laptop also. Okay,
okay,
so in every 4 or 5 hours, it is running and pulling out the data and publishing it, pushing it into the Qualys dashboard. That is the one thing
okay,
when we talk about the vulnerability scan for a particular laptop or devices.
okay, okay.
Okay, and the another thing is server based scanning. That is what is mentioned over here,
Ah,
server and
hmm,
cloud based. So let's
okay,
say you are owner of a particular server and you want to deploy some application on your server. So before
okay,
that, you need to scan your server and make sure
okay,
that there is no outdated component is installed and your server is up to date related to the patches and no vulnerabilities is there. So the
okay.
vulnerability management team, they will run a Qualys scan on your server and
Hmm,
give you the vulnerability details related to the server, outdated server detail or whatever the details or related to any open port is there. So they will share you the scan results with you. And then you can work with your network team or infrastructure team. They will, let's say, they will upgrade the patches or related
okay,
to the if in this scan they have found any outdated or vulnerable version of the Apache or SMB Apache SMB version or IS vulnerable version is installed in your machine server, then you have to work on it. It
okay.
is not only related to your Apache server. It is if they have found that you are running let's say any weak cryptographic algorithm, a
Hmm,
combination of a weak cryptographic also, let's say AES 128 but CCM
hmm,
uh, okay, and SHA-1 or MD5 MD2 algorithm is there, you are running on it, so they will also report those vulnerability as well.
okay. Sorry to say, like here, just to clarify,
Mhm.
so we install the Qualys agent in the net systems that are there in the network. Either it is server or the system, right?
No, so cloud agent is not installed in your server.
Ah,
Cloud agent will be installing in the particular laptop or your
okay,
devices.
right. So after scanning, where is the dashboard? Like in what way we can see the dashboard? Is it in the same system or the cloud? Any cloud
Uh,
subscription based version?
okay. Let me give you the details.
Okay.
Okay, so let's say this is your Nessus tool. Okay, and just imagine and take this as a Qualys dashboard. Qualys dashboard is maybe it's having some different UI. So let's say you are working in any organization and you are using this tool, this Nessus tool for a scanning purpose. Okay,
Right.
and if you have the purchase subscription, you will be getting some cloud agent that will be installed your in every machine. Okay, so
Okay.
let's say Nessus Cloud Agent is installed in your machine and you are using any vulnerable version or any outdated component. Let's say Adobe or Microsoft outdated version you have installed, which is
Okay.
a potential vulnerable version you have installed in your
Okay.
machine. So the cloud agent will scan your machine in every 4 or 6 hours, and it will throw the dashboard here only. That is managing by the vulnerability management team. It is not manageable by everybody, right? The vulnerability management team, they are having the access of this dashboard, and they can see the vulnerability details with the particular device IP address, okay, or machine name. So let's say if they have found that you are using any vulnerable component or outdated component, they will get a detail about it here in the Nessus dashboard, and it will generate, give you the email communication that you are using a vulnerable component, or you have installed the vulnerable component in your machine. You need to uninstall it, right? So that is not something you have, not everybody is not having the Qualys dashboard access. It is why? Because it is completely managing by the vulnerability management team. Okay. So let me walk you through here in the Nessus tool, if we are already there. So this is your Nessus dashboard.
What category did you get the Nessus machine on Kali Linux? What category?
What version you are saying?
What category did you get it on Kali Linux? Did you get Nexus?
Yeah, it is already there. In the document, I have pasted a link. What version you need to select?
No, I have the Kali Linux on another machine, but you
For
have a
Nessus.
category used, Nessus.
Yes, Nessus. So
And it's already.
Nessus is something that you need to install.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah,
No
in the
problem.
in your Linux. So
Okay.
let me just. Where is this document? Network scanning. Yeah, install this. This is the official website of Tenable Nessus. So how you can install in the Kali Linux? These are the steps you need to perform, and it is just 2 or 3 steps is involved. Once you install it, you need to run a command like systemctl nessus start. Then you will be getting this UI interface. What I have shown, what I am showing you
Can
all
you
guys.
can you share this link?
Yeah, it's already there in the document.
Okay.
See, it is already there.
Okay.
Okay. So this is your dashboard. Host discovery, simple scan to discover a live host and open port that will check for you. And ping only discovery, this basically discover a live host and the network traffic, basic network scan. In this network scan, you can basically schedule some scan or ad hoc scan you can run, right? Mobile scan, credential validation, malware scan. So these are the various kind of scan that you can run through Qualys.
I have
But
one
this,
doubt here. Actually, does it only scan the vulnerabilities, or it will find the vulnerabilities and it will stop the device working?
no. It will not stop the device working. It is not a IPS IDS tool. So IPS
Okay.
IDS tool, basically they monitor the traffic and they can prevent and detection. They are working on, let's say IPS is intrusion prevention mechanism, and IDS is intrusion detection mechanism. So IDS will detect the error, or let's say if it is find something malicious, it will detect. But IPS is something that it will prevent, so blocking the traffic and giving you the alert. So these are the two different mechanism working on the IPS IDS tool. But when we talk about the vulnerability scanning tool, it will not stop your traffic. It will just monitor uh, the vulnerability. So sorry, it will give you the vulnerability details on the basis of the components you have installed on your server. So network
Okay.
scanning tool, they are not monitoring the things. They just scan the target and give you the vulnerability on the basis of the components.
Okay. So do we have any option in Nessus tools so that it can generate the alert through the email once if it finds the malicious somewhere in the
No, no, no,
devices?
no. That we do not have any alert system. That is what I have mentioned. So alert
Okay.
things is I in the IPS, IDS, and SIM tools. These
Okay.
are the scanning tools. They just scan your target and give you the vulnerability details.
Okay.
So basically, what I understand, it is defining the gaps, whatever the gaps in the entire infrastructure.
Yes.
It will. Okay, okay. Got it.
Yeah.
And one more thing, I asked you in the earlier for the architecture. So, do you gonna provide how to install the agents to the different laptop, or it is just for knowledge for us?
Sorry,
You're
I
talking.
didn't get you.
You are talking about the agents, the virtual agents in the laptop who will do the
No, no, no.
scanning.
That we can't do because it's coming with the purchase subscription. It's a free that we cannot install any agent in your machine. Once you have this
Okay.
cloud, Qualys or Nessus
Mm-hmm.
purchase subscription, then you will be getting the some agent that you can install in your machine. So see what agent does your antivirus install in your machine, right? They will also doing the
Yeah.
same job.
Yeah.
But right, so antivirus, let's say if you have gone through any website and you have downloaded any PDF or text file, or you are trying to download some music files. So with that music files, there may be some unwanted file is also interlinked and it will also get installed in your machine. So once you run a scan or it is automatically run by your antivirus, so it will give you the vulnerability, it will give you the file details or how many virus is there, right? You are getting those kind of details, right? So the same thing is our cloud agent one is also doing the same job. But if you want to install this cloud agent in your local machine, that you can do, but for that you need to have the purchase subscription. We cannot do it here.
Okay. Okay. And meanwhile, just for the knowledge, the what is the size of that agent? Means in general, is it like how many means MB or something KB or what
That
KB?
I don't know. That I am not sure.
Okay. Okay. So just for
Arman,
a
yeah, okay, go continue.
just the last thing. Suppose if you are talking about SIM or any other products, cybersecurity products like EDR or EPP or something. So everyone nowadays, everyone have a virtual agent, right?
Mm-hmm.
So is it just for a knowledge, just if you can elaborate in. So if any organization is taking the scanning tool, just I'm talking about any organization, and definitely they have a SIM or they have a EDR. So everyone have their virtual agent. Is it acceptable by the organization have a multiple n number of agents?
See, one organization can use Qualys and Nessus both the tools in their organization, right? But there, let's say you are working in a Wipro and you are handling some client in Australia, and one of your friend is handling a client is sitting in the US, right? So the US
Okay.
team want Qualys tool to scan their server, and the Australia member firm they want Nessus tool to scan their server. So that is why in the Wipro organization we have a multiple team for a vulnerability management. Some teams are handling the scanning work through Qualys. Some teams are handling the scanning work on a Nessus tool. So they can onboard multiple tools in their environment, in their plate. But yes, it depends on their business requirement. That is not something that you need to stick only on these particular tools. Whatever the business requirement, they can onboard multiple tools.
Okay, so my question was, I'm talking about a particular client, single client, either be a Reliance, either be a Godrej or something XYZ.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So for that, if they have a SIM, if they have a if whatever they are using, Tenable or Qualys, and they have a EDR, suppose, and every product have a agent base.
Mm-hmm.
doing the manual thing and giving the details of scanning and scheduling the scanning or what. So is it applicable as for the standard in the market? Is it applicable for the client who will be going to install three agents or one agent or two agent? Any standard in this area? I just want to know.
No, I mean, in let's say if I talk about in my machine, right? I cannot install
Mhm.
Qualys and Nessus both agent in my machine.
Yeah, that is okay. I'm asking if I'm talking about SIM agent, just
Hmm.
like a Splunk or QRadar or whatever going in the market. So obviously they have a agent, and if I want to do the scanning part, means that is a
Hmm.
different thing. So is it okay with installing a different agent for different purpose in a single machine?
I believe
Uh,
it is system-based subscription pricing is
yes,
applicable to that.
yeah. Yes, you can do. So let's say if we talk about the SOC team, okay, so they have Qualys agent installed in their machine. They also have the Splunk also installed in their machine. So there is no such boundaries that you can install only one machine or
You need
one.
to ask. See, supposing like we have 10 systems,
Mhm,
and I have taken a laptop wherein which I have installed the main cloud application, a
mhm,
dashboard. So in all the 10 systems, I have installed the agent.
mhm.
So these all in the laptop, will I be able to see all the 10 systems? I mean, to scan results,
If you are working in a vulnerability management team, then you can get it,
right? So in
right?
that case, so in
Mhm.
all the 10 systems, if we install the client,
Client or
okay,
agent, cloud agent.
agent. I mean to
Uh-huh.
say, sorry,
Okay.
that agent for that agent. So
Mhm.
if I have 50 systems, can I install that agent in all the 50 systems freely?
Yes.
Or will they cost charge anything on the system based count?
No. So once you onboard, let's say Qualys in your
Hmm.
organization, so
Hmm.
you have to buy the subscription, right?
Hmm.
And you
Hmm.
can install n number of machine, the
Okay.
agent, because because whatever the laptops you have
Hmm.
for your employee, every system needs to be scanned,
Hmm.
right? So they may be having some contract that you can that how many cloud agent you can install. So in every system needs to be monitor scan. So yes,
Hmm.
you have 50 machines, you have thousands of these laptop across the globe. In every single system there should be installed the cloud agent.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So yeah, a little bit cleared. Means again, I'm repeating. Just sorry to interrupt. Suppose if
Mhm,
I'm SBI have a EDR of this CrowdStrike, and Central one for log collection for SIM, and
mhm,
Nexus for network scanning. So
mhm,
obviously, if I paid for SBI, paid for the three subscription for different reason, but the
mhm,
three products, if I'm just referring for the three products, so three products, every products have their standalone agents who will give the, someone will give the logs to from one place to other place, someone will give the alert, something like that.
mhm.
So is it SBI means, as I want to know the standard of the organization, is SBI or any client can handle this type of the agent, three agent, they will give the hands off to the security team, ki, go ahead and do this scanning and give the agent something like that. No, I'm
Yes,
not.
it is possible because their what is their requirement, their business requirement. So they can install the uh, three or four cloud agent in their machine, because the one cloud agent is working on a log detection, one is handling your files or data whatever you are transferring here and there, right? If you
Okay,
have,
okay.
if your, let's say if the message is not able to handle their all requirement, okay, then they can install the agent, other agent also, who which are covering their or completing their business requirement. So there is
Okay, so
no such restriction.
restriction restriction is not there, and might be the bandwidth, the speed will not hamper for any system or something
Exactly.
like that.
Yes. So that is why we have the VCRA team, vendor risk assessment team. So before we onboard Nesses or Qualys tool, they have to sign a contract and they are reviewing their contract. Okay, whether in terms of the security, in terms of the data sharing, in terms of the number of users and other lots of things is involved there in the VCRA team, as well as they are also focusing on their business requirement. Let's say if the Qualys is completing their all the business meets their business requirement, then they will not onboard any other tools. Okay, so let's say if the Qualys is able to handle their log monitor things, their file transferring things, and also it is scanning your machine in every 4 or 6 hour, giving you the vulnerabilities that is something missing in the Nessus. Let's say an example. So they will go with the Qualys because just install a single cloud agent and it is covering you all the business requirement, right? it
Okay.
it will
So that
save your money also, it will save your effort also. So you have installed just one single cloud agent and boom, it is covering your all the business requirement, it is meeting you all the business requirement. It is
okay.
always
Okay.
recommended to have multiple things, to have multiple cloud agent or having a multiple services from different third parties. If you are getting any one particular resources who are covering all the your business requirement, then you will go for one umbrella, right? Who is covering all your
Got it.
business requirement.
Got it.
There is
Got
no
it. That's
sense that you have installed 3 or 5 agent to covering your business requirement. So that is all the things is is verifying and checking with your VCRA team.
okay. Sure. Yeah. Thank you.
Yes. Okay, so this is our Nessus dashboard, and I think I have already passed the subscription. So I'm just going through this dashboard. So it's a basic network, it's a basic scan settings that you have to mention over here. Name, you can name your scan name. Similarly, your description and target, you can mention your uh, any domain name, let's say EdYoda or any of your IP address. Okay, this is a schedule. Schedule is something as we have talked about yesterday. Uh, let's say if you want to schedule a scan for a particular date of every month, it will scan your machine for an every particular date, fifth or third, whatever you have set. Notification, here you need to put the mail ID, and once the scan is completed, it will trigger an email, and in the particular admin mailbox, they will get a email related to the scan details. Okay, so settings, credential. Let's say if you are scanning, if you got a scanning request for a Windows or a server, that is a password enable. So they will be giving you the password details for Windows, username and password. Then it is called a authenticated scan. Okay, and so authenticated scan is something. It is a complete scan of your target. It is not a partial scan. Similarly, the SSH credential, if the application team or network team, they are sharing with you those details, you need to enter it over here. Okay. And if you go here in the discovery tab, you can see what are the port you want to scan, port all the scan or any customization you want, you can set it accordingly. Okay. Port scanning service, what services running on it, you can scan. Okay. And the assessment, it is also you want to set it let's say default, or if you want to run a vulnerability scan for a particular vulnerability, let's say scan for a known web vulnerability, or scan for all web vulnerabilities, or scan, let's say for a custom, if you see, you can put it some you can, let's say brute force attack or web application vulnerabilities, you can set it if you want some customization scan to perform. And in the report, that report how you want to generate or in which format you want to generate those reports. Okay, so let's see, let's run a scan. In my machine, I think I have crossed this. So let me I have the subscription of this INE portal, and here I think that I can run a scan. Okay, let me run this in order to check my IP address. So we can see our IP address. Okay, 10.5.19.1. Now let me go here and just try to launch the Nessus. So Nessus will install a local host in the local host. Okay, so okay. So we'll run a basic scan here. So you can see this is also having a same interface what I have in my machine, and you can install the Nessus tool in your machine and just follow the steps what I'm doing it here. Yeah, it is taking time. Okay. IP scan history. If I can show you, so the settings parts. Okay. Now it's open. So let's very basic detail. Network scan. And scan results where you want to save. It is in my scan. And I'll put this machine IP address 10.5.19.1. And then let me save it. So other detail I'll not touch in credential because I don't need authenticated scan. I just want a basic scan for this. And let me launch this scan. It is a on-demand scan. It is not a scheduled scan. So if we have scheduled some scan, you will see the detail about the scheduled scan on this particular date. So scan is running. So once the scan is completed, you will see the results here. And if you want to generate this report, just say report complete list of the vulnerability. It is giving you the HTML or CSV. I think it is detailed vulnerabilities by host or complete list of the vulnerability by host. And then where is the generate report? CSV. So in the CVSV, you can see the base score is also there. Let's see. You cannot see the generate option. Maybe it is somewhere it's behind this black screen. Okay. You can see the results also here. About this medium vulnerabilities is SSL general. You can see the vulnerability details are also there. SSL medium strength cipher suits supported suite 32. This is a high issue. Why? Because it is a SSL enabled cipher. Because of the SSL, it is giving you this vulnerability. So the recommendation that they need to upgrade the SSL version, reconfigure the affected application if possible to avoid the use of the medium strength cipher. So they need to upgrade the SSL cipher. You can see the 100, the remote host support the use of this cipher. Encryption Nessus regards the medium strength of any encryption that uses the key length at least 64 bit and less than 112 bits, or else use the 3DES algorithm, encryption algorithm suits. So this is the about the description. Solution is also there. If you want to run to know more about these things, you can just click here and you can get the detail about what is the suite 32 vulnerabilities. Okay, so that is how you can generate the report. Let me try to generate the report in my machine. I have run this scan on my IP address and report vulnerabilities, generate the report. Open with Firefox. So that is my Kali Linux machine report, scan report. That is how report look likes. You can see it is giving the vulnerability related to the Open JDK version. And with this JDK version, we can see the multiple vulnerabilities are associated with this lower version of the JDK. And in the medium, you can see that I have this SSL certificate cannot be trusted. If you want to detail more about it, just click on it and it will give you take you to this Tenable official page where you can get the detail about this vulnerabilities and dependencies, SSL certificate chain. So all these details you will get it here only on the portal itself. Okay, and solution is purchase or generate a proper SSL certificate for this server. Right? It means that I have to upgrade my SSL certificate. So that is how you can run a scan through Nessus tool. You can report the vulnerabilities and how you can generate the report as well. So any query do you guys have? And in the remediation section is also there. It is giving you the remediation for a particular vulnerability. It is giving you the suggestion that you need to upgrade your JDK version above 8, right? So any query, guys? And about the CVSS score is also there. This vulnerability reported on which CVSS score, they are using the CVSS 3.0.
Sorry, can you say about the starting from how we'll scan it once again? So we'll.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, please.
So you need to just go here, new scan, and you can select
Okay.
whatever the scan you want to run. I just did the basic network scan. And here you need to mention your scan name, whatever the name you want, and the description. Let's say your target name or IP address name, where you want to save this scan in my scan folder. And the target, you can mention your IP address, or let's say your domain name also. Classroom.edyoda.com. I have run a scan on it as well. I'll show you the results. And then you can, if you have, let's say, credential for a particular your target, so that is also you can put it over here. Windows, if you want a window, if you are running a Windows scan, then you need to put your username and password accordingly, and then you can launch the scan. Okay, so
Okay.
let's go here in the settings, and then under the save, you will see the option of the launch. Then you can launch the scan.
Arman, I see upload target that is asking for a file. What kind of file that could be?
File, let's say if they have some n number of the IP addresses, that is also you can put it in this section as well. If you go here, host discovery or basic scan, that sometime what happened, the network team, or sorry, or the server owner, they are sharing some files with you. Okay, that you can also import it. And as well as, let's say if they want some multiple server scan in a single go, then you can mention your IP address of that server. Let's say 192.168.9.10, one machine, and then associated with the with this semicolon, and then you can mention the another machine name, 168.35.89, something like that. So that is how you can mention your multiple target here only, as well as you can import the files as well.
So the file will be having just the details of IP addresses or anything
Yes,
else.
yeah. Whatever the things you want to scan, IP
Okay.
address, your target details.
Okay.
So a small query.
Mhm.
See, so from this I understand, like this agent will work only on a particular system where the results of that system can be seen only in that.
No, 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 no. Forget about the agent. I
Hmm.
am not running a scan through an agent. So
Hmm.
agent is something that you need. It's not required your attention. It's not required that you need to launch the application. Agent will silently scanning your machine.
Okay.
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 What I am doing it here, I am running a scan for a particular IP address or host name. Let's
Okay.
say you are working as a security analyst and
Okay.
you got some IP address that you need to scan and report the vulnerability. That is what the security analyst job
Okay.
they are doing it.
Okay. Understood.
Okay.
Hmm.
My scan and the EdYoda, if let's say classroom EdYoda, yeah. So I have run the scan on the EdYoda itself, and the vulnerability we can see it is Git repository served by a web server. The web server on the remote host allow the read access to a Git repository. The potential flaw can be used to download the content from the web server that might otherwise be private. Verify the Git listed Git repository are served intentionally. If you want more detail, you can go it here. That is a vulnerability. It's reported in the medium category. Okay, and as well as the you can see the output and the recommendation part is also there. So that is how you can run a scan. Okay, so just try to install the Nessus and try to run a scan in your Kali Linux and let us know if you face any difficulties. So any query till now?
Yeah,
Anybody?
Arman. So
Yes.
you used some subscription and you did the scan, right? Can we
No,
not
no.
do it for free?
Yeah, yeah. So that is the result. What I'm showing it to you, it is in my machine only. The scan, the way I have initiated the scan, you can also do the same way in your local machine because it is a free subscription and we have only 20 scan limit. So
Okay.
so I think that I have already crossed it.
Okay. Okay.
So the way I have scan, you can also, do in the same way. You don't need to configure any additional things.
Okay. Understood.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So limit is 20 for a month.
Yes. No, no. 20 scan for your mail ID, right? Like whatever mail ID you have used to register yourself on that particular mail ID, you're allowed to run a 20 scan. Once you cross the limit,
Okay.
if you want, you need to purchase the subscription. It is very costly, so I will not recommend you. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So 20 is very less. Means if I'm just doing the practical work for different things, so 20 will be
Yes, it
exhausted
is.
in some.
It is a very limited uh, but yes, I mean, if you just go through the scan, you just perform the scan through the Nessus, how I did. You can showcase that you have aware about the Nessus UI and what are the configuration is needed to perform the scan, what type of scan, how many type of scan we can run through Nessus. Those questions you are able to answer it. So that is something you can showcase your skills that you have aware about the Nessus tools.
Okay.
Yeah.
Arman, you mentioned about authorized credentials to perform a scan. So
Mhm.
how do we get those credentials?
So here in our case, it is not possible because we are running, let's say, EdYoda website. So we don't
Mm-hmm.
have any credential for that, right? If you want to scan your own IP address, then you can enter your credential, let's say Kali Linux, Kali and Kali. So let's say go here and basic network scan, and you can enter your credential. In the Windows, you can enter your credential, Kali, and the password is Kali, right? because
Okay.
so it will run a scan on your IP address on your Kali machine.
Okay, what's the case if we want to do it for other website, just
So
like
other website
EdYoda?
or other things, that is something that you cannot do because you don't know, because I mean, how you will be able to get the credential for EdYoda or some any of the domain name unless and until they ask you to perform a scan,
Mm.
right?
Okay.
So
Okay.
once you're working in the as a security analyst, let's say if the Australia member firm, they have their own server and they want an authenticated scan, so they will share the credential detail also, and
Okay.
that is called
Okay.
a full and complete scan. If you are running a scan without a credential, it is called a partial scan or ad hoc scan.
Okay.
Yeah. So in our practice case, we do not have we have only credential or of our own owning machine, Kali Linux machine. We do not have the credential for EdYoda or any other target.
Got it.
Yes. Are we good here? Or any query do you guys have?
Arman, I have one query.
Mm-hmm.
How do you schedule this scan actually? I mean, do we have to specify the
Um,
date and can you show us?
yeah, but I don't think I mean, here it's not applicable. Why? Because if you want to schedule a scan for your own machine, you can go here and let's say you can just enable the option scheduled, go scheduled, and enable it on. And then you need to set up the frequency, daily, weekly, monthly, whatever you need. And the status when you want to start the scan, those detail you can enter it. Time zone, you need to select India, Asia, Calcutta. I think it should be there. Asia, China. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we have seen some Kolkata timing is there. It is there. Kolkata. Uh, I have seen somewhere. Let's say if your server is in the US or New York, you can schedule accordingly. Similarly, you can select this time zone. You can see ETC, GMT timings. Thereby is Kolkata, Muscat, Kuala Lumpur.
Go up.
Yeah, so you can set up the time zone accordingly.
Yes,
Uh,
I got it.
you got it right. So
Yes, yes, yes.
yeah, so
So it
that is
will
how.
show you the summary once on a Sunday. Okay,
Yeah,
I got it.
okay. So that is how you can schedule the scan. Okay, guys, are we good here? Yes, no.
I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah,
Given.
I'm good.
Okay, okay. Then let's go to our slide then. So importance of the network scanning and inventory of all the devices connected to the network, data on key entry points such as port, identification of a suspicious packet traversing the network, performance data displays on the dashboard, reports on the network status. That though these all the points we have covered in this Nessus scanning things. What are the processes or of the discovering live host? The first thing is we have to check about our target, whether it is up or not. So if it is up, then only we can initiate the network scan. and the open port and services, operating system and software version. Every detail we have experience in this Nessus vulnerability scan report, right? So now let's go and I'll show you some commands of the Nmap so that we can. Okay. So Nmap, you can find from here vulnerability scan Nmap, as well as you can just, yeah. So Nmap, it's a very popular tool for pen tester or security analyst. They should have a good experience in that network, in that Nmap commands. So there are official pages here. We have Nmap, that is also I have pasted here. Go to the reference guide. Yeah, that is the details you can see with the screenshot as well. What are the scan meaning? Let's say -SL, list scan, simply list the target of the scan. -SN, ping scan, disable the port scan. So like that only you can see -SU will run a UDP scan. Okay, host discovery and everything's with the command and its syntax. You will get it over here. If you go back, you can see the what command we can use for a service and version detection. Click here. You will see about the detail, what service mean, what version it is detecting. So -SV is a version detection. Enable the version detection as discussed. So you will see what are the services running on it. Okay, those details you will get. So just go with this document and you will be able to know about the scan and its command, as well as the syntax, how you need to write it. So I have also pasted or mentioned some very common commands that I'll be using it here for your reference. So let's say nmap-sv, it will run a service and the version detection. So let me go here. nmap-sv. It will take some time. So the process of the network scanning, how to scan a network, that can be answered with these procedure steps. Identify the target system. The first thing is you need to get your target system. Before we running any scan, we have to classify our assets, whether it is belonging in the critical assets or medium assets. That how we can decide it. It is completely depend on the reason, in what reason it is belongs to our client, and uh, let's say if it is an external server or an internal server, that is how we basically identify our target, and on the basis, and we basically categorize those on the basis of their risk level. Select the type of the scan. What type of scan you want to run? Ad hoc scan, host scan, scheduled scan, what kind of scan you want, and then we conduct a scan. So once the scan is complete, we generate the report in the analysis phase. That is what we have done in the NESIS. We generate a report, and then the mitigation. In the report itself, it is giving you some mitigation steps. You need to upgrade your Apache or IIS, JDK. So those steps is also there. So once you have applied the patches or you have upgrade your version, your server version, then again you need to run a scan again, conduct the scan in order to check the vulnerability are still existing in your environment or it is gone. And sometimes what happens if you applied the patches, it may re-trigger or it may trigger some new vulnerabilities as well. So those also need to be verified and check, right? So that is a complete steps of the vulnerability management. So vulnerability management cycle, if anybody asks you about the vulnerability management cycle, you can give you the answer that is having the 5 major steps. The first, we identify the target system. Then we select the type of the scan, what scan we need to perform. Then we conduct the scan, and then we generate the report and in the analysis phase, and then we do the mitigation. And then again, we do the third step also, right? So this is the complete network scanning cycle. Let me see if we, yeah. So we have run the service scan, detection scan on the EdYoda. So we can see the port 80 is open, what service running on it, HTTPS, what version it's, Cloudflare, HTTP proxy. 443 is open, SSL and HTTP. 8080 Cloudflare, HTTP proxy. Okay, so now let's say if we want to know about the operating system detection, how we can do? Nmap -o, our target is fingerprinting for OS requires a root privilege quitting. So we do not have the permission to check about the operating system. Okay, that is what they have restricted us.
Can you do sudo su and get root here?
Sorry?
Can you do sudo su and get the root permissions? In other words, when I use Kali Linux and I have the blue one, I do sudo su and I get root, and then I can use it.
That is what you are mentioning? Sorry, Kevin, I did not get you. Can you just ping here in the chat what you are saying?
Just put okay. Because when I try to use Nmap, I can't do it unless I put sudo su in.
Okay, that I don't know whether so it depends on your target, right? If you cannot get the root permission for every target. If it is a vulnerable machine, then only you will be able to get the root permission, right? That is not applicable in the case of the EdYoda. Right, for every target, they will not give you the permission to get the root permission. So in the INE lab, I'll try to figure it out if any particular machine because they have prepared their lab in such a way so that you can get the root permission. So that I'll try to give you a demo on this as well. Okay. So, okay, operating
Um,
system.
for practice, can we use our IP address?
Yes, yes, you can use. You just need to run the NS lookup and your target name or domain name. You will be able to get the IP address as well. Okay, so now let's rest of the commands you guys try from your end. And let's say I will try to enumerate the DNS detail, brute force the DNS brute. How you can do this? Let me run this command. Let's see if we get some detail.
I have one doubt here.
Mm-hmm.
So you are using this nmap command for classroom.edyoda.com, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
it is the intranet, right?
Yes.
You are in the same domain, right? In the edyoda.com. So can we use the same command for the internet? Like if I want to run it for the google.com,
No,
will
I'm
it
not
work?
in. I'm not in the EdYoda network.
Okay.
You can scan whatever you want to scan.
So does it work for google.com if
Yeah,
we
google.com,
want to?
Facebook, Amazon, whatever
Okay.
the target you have selected, you can run
Mhm.
those command, the nmap command. So let's say they have disable these things. I have just run this OS detection command, right? I'm not getting it
Okay.
the what OS they are running it. So few commands you will not be able to get the results. So let's say I have run this DNS brute. So you can see the DNS brute is blog EdYoda ID. IP address is this one. EdYoda IP address is this details. So we are getting here is this DNS detail also. Okay, and let's see about if you want to check about these HTTP details, HTTP headers details. Then let me run this command. It will give you the HTTP title and HTTP headers. Uh, it will give you some detail related to the HTTP headers. See, HTTP headers, content type, uh, what character, a connection server is Cloudflare, you can see, and cache control, cache value is public, maximum age is 0, cache control public. So they are basically cache control is public. What is the cache control? Anybody is having any idea? What is cache control?
And what is the main thing that we need to focus for the vulnerabilities in this output?
Okay, so let me give you, let's say if you have find the cache control public max is 0. Okay, that is also a one of the vulnerability. Why? So first, let's understand about the cache control. Cache control is basically, it is specify your cache value, how, when, or for how long your web browser or intermediate cache will store your detail. Okay, so cache control, it should be, let's say here we can see the public. So some for some URL, you will see the cache control is private or no store. So they are not allowing your cache to be stored or any sensitive details. So in the cache, it's basically store your cookies values, your session values, right? That is a vulnerability. We can report it, but we can see the max age is 0. So it is not storing any values for a particular time. Let's say if it is mentioned here 1 lakh or 3 lakhs of the millisecond, or let's say max age, if they define some particular date in November 2025. So your cache value will be stored till that time. So if the attacker get to know about the cache control is public and maximum age is they are giving some date or time something, so then they can try to get your cookies or session values if it is being stored in the cache. So you can report this vulnerability, but it's in a low category, low severity.
Okay, got it. And
Yeah.
what about the CF ray?
Sorry,
CF ray.
where it is C.
CF ray. It is just X powered by, above the X powered by.
That I'm not sure. Please.
And if
CF
you see
cache
the
status
below,
is
yes,
dynamic.
CF cache status, yes,
Mm-hmm.
is dynamic.
Yeah, so it is getting changed. It is not static,
Hmm.
right?
But what about the CS ray? What does it mean?
Oh, it is something related to a Cloudflare.
Okay.
Yeah, it is something related added by a Cloudflare organization uh, at a content delivery network, CDN, and a security services. It is giving you some unique identifier, if you can see, right?
Mm-hmm.
That is generated by the Cloudflare organization because they are using the Cloudflare server. So CFA is something a CDN number which is unique and generated by a Cloudflare organization. Okay, so these
So
are the
the cache control, if it's zero, then it is safe. But if it's like 1,000, then there's a vulnerability or something like that.
yeah, max age, right?
Yes.
Yes, yes, that is what I have mentioned. If the max age is, let's say, 10,000 or 1 lakh, so it is being stored for a particular time period. It is in a millisecond. Okay, but here we can see the max age is 0, so it is not being stored. So once you close your browser, your cache will be deleted or it's all gone. If it is having here some millisecond values, thousands, lakhs, then it will store for a particular time, whatever the time you have mentioned over here. Okay, so these are the detail we can get on the through the HTTP headers with this command. And if you want to save these results in your TXT, that is, you need to run this command that I have run already, and I'll show you the results. Let's say where it document download. Yeah, in the Kali. Yeah, it is being stored here in the Kali. So once you open, you can see all this detail. Whatever the scan you have run, you can save your data in the TXT format for just for a POC purpose. Okay. So till here, any queries, guys? Do you have?
Yeah, Arman. So whatever am I audible?
Yes,
Hello.
but your voice is breaking down.
Now audible?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So whatever the command you have given, the input, so the result came. Now
Mm-hmm.
it is saved on the Kali Linux, right? But
Mm-hmm.
if I'm referring to the Tenable, so they have the reporting section.
Yes.
So in this, there is no such type of thing where the direct report will come
No,
regarding whatever.
no. Here we
Okay.
do not have.
Okay. And if I'm looking, both
Means both are the scanning tool, right? And providing the network scanning.
Mm-hmm.
So is it the same? Means the tools are similar, but it's a free and it's unlimited. That was a limited, something like that, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, but the purpose of using this tool, they are working on a different objective. So basically,
Mm-hmm.
they both are running your network scanning. Okay, so the
Right.
Nmap is basically discover your network and port scanning. It will not run a vulnerability scan. Nessus, Qualys, Tripwire, these tools will help you to find out the vulnerability assessment in your network,
Okay.
right? That is
And this
the difference.
okay, and this will define the means a kind of anything open or something like that. So we will come to know from this command whatever you have given. Right.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Mhm. And is there any, just for a knowledge, if anyone is just fresher and they don't know about this command, and
Mm-hmm.
as you mentioned, cache control public max age is 0.
Mm-hmm.
So till the time this is the first time I heard about something this thing. Is there any standard template where I can learn, where I can come to know about 10 or 15 commands where that is a very mandatory for doing the VAPT, doing this type of scanning?
Okay, let me. See, so in the OAS, if you go, you will see the vulnerability list related to the HTTP header, because the cache control, these things are coming under here in the HTTP headers. Okay, so you can see the X-frame option. What does it mean? The CSP policy, content security policies. So those details you can check over here. And let's say, let me ping you this link. And let's see in the vulnerability, if you can see about these things. Do we have, yeah, we have the search option here, cache control, using the cache control headers. Just click here and you will see some detail about this. Browser cafe defense. So cross links. Okay. Header syntax. Okay, yeah. So here you can see the cache control and its syntax and what needs to be set. If you set this public, this directive indicate that the response can be stored in any cache without any restriction. In this case, the response is not cacheable, can still be a cached. Private, it indicate that only browser cache is eligible to store the responses. No cache, it means it is can be stored by any cache without any restriction, even if it is a non-cacheable. So you can just go here and get some details. What does it mean? Max age or, no store. What does it mean? So here you can see mine, but majorly we check about the cache control is no store. If it is a public, you can see, let's see here. It's a max age is value is mentioned. It is in the millisecond. So till then time, it will store your cache. So those
Okay.
details you can get it from here. So in the Geek for Greeks, you name it your query and put it you here you will get the solution. related to any query related to cybersecurity, or if you want to, let's say, learn about the TLS handshake, that is what we were talking about yesterday. Handshake. See, you will get the details here also. So you name it, it will give you the detail about the what is TLS handshake, because how this is running on the backend application and the server, how the communication established. So if you go to the Google and if you have just put it Geek for Greeks, so before you get your results, these things is running in the backend. And there are a lot of vulnerabilities can take place in the backend if they are not using let's say TLS communication channel, then it's a vulnerability. If they are not using the encryption decryption integrity related vulnerabilities or weak algorithm, those issues will be coming through uh, from here. So you name it and you will get an answer here from the Geek for Greeks.
Okay.
Yeah. So we have run this nmap command and as well as the enumeration things. Enumeration is something we try to get DNS port. We'll try to get some operating system detection, right? So that is those things we have performed here right now. And let's move. So what type of the this scanning is ping scan through nmap determines the IP address are active or not. That is we have just check it, right? And port scanning through nmap, we have done these things already with this command. What are the open port and the associated services, right? -sv service detection as well as the open ports are open. Service scanning, that -sv, right? It will give you the HTTP, FTP, SSH, what are the, and so on. SMB, what are the services running on some open ports, and you can report those vulnerabilities. And in the network scanning, basically it is running something we can say for a network pen tester. So there is a difference between, the network pen tester and vulnerability management things. So vulnerability management team, they will run a scan on a Qualys or Nessus and report the vulnerability. But the network pen test, when you go and perform the network pen test, you need to check what are the ports are open. If any, let's say FTP port 20 or 21 is open, you can report that we have found in the nmap scan that vulnerable port is open. So FTP port is a vulnerable port, right? So those things you can report during your network pen test and so on. OS
So we have to
fingerprinting.
take. So we have to
Yes.
take the screenshot, something like that in a report for Nmap for doing the
Uh,
open port for the open
yeah.
ports.
You can save your report. You can save your output in TXT with that command I have shown you. And then you can report it to your POC people or your customer that we have found that this port is open. And we have found that
Mhm.
vulnerability related to the HTTP headers. Let's say if you have found that the content security policy is not set, CSP is not set, okay, and so you can report it because of the content security policy is not there, then XSS injection, cross-site, what we say, uh, XSS is cross-site is reflecting vulnerabilities is there because of the CSP policy is not set. So in any once you run the headers HTTP title and header command, that is what we have shown you, and then you can save your output in the TXT and you can send it to your POC person. So they will take an action. They have to fix on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is a part of pen test,
Yeah, that
right?
is, yeah. So nmap tool is majorly we use in the pen test things. Okay,
Okay.
but when we talk about the vulnerability management or vulnerability scanning, that we do through Qualys or any purchase tools on SS or Tripwire.
Okay, so what is
Right.
the initial point? Any pen tester or VAPT, if any VAPT exercise is performing, first we
Mm.
have to do the VA part as
Yes,
from the
yes.
enable qualies, or, and then we have to follow this network scanning
Pen
or
test.
pen test.
Yes.
Okay, okay, got it, got it.
So Nmap, when you want to discover host, scan port, or write some custom scan script, then we use the Nmap. And when we use the Nessus Qualys, we have to access or try to get detail about the vulnerability or patch status or compliance risk related things. Then we go for a Nessus Qualys and other tools.
Okay, okay, got it, got it.
Okay, so enumeration is another uh, process, or we can say the part of this scanning process for a target system, network, or an application, collecting the information on it while in the process. So techniques for the enumeration, let's say extract the usernames using the email ID. So let's say I am working with Wipro. Okay, so what could be the my official mail ID? Arman@wipro.com, or else, or also it will be a combination of my first name and last name. Let's say Arman Mishra. So A Mishra @wipro.com or infosys.com. Let's okay. So that is how the attacker can guess the IP, your email IDs. If they successfully get to know, so let's say you are an attacker and you want to target a particular employee. Okay, so how the attacker can perform their attack? So the first thing is they have to extract the username using the email IDs. So they will send some malicious mail which is having some malicious links. Let's say they will ask me to update your PPF account number, or they can draft a email. Uh, let's say update your contact number. Okay, so it is very easy to enumerate your mail ID. That is how, let's say, a.mishra or a.sharma@wipro.com or something like that. They will they will, let's say, draft or collect some mail IDs which is associated like that only, some organization, and they will send a bulk email to those mail ID. Any any mail address, if it is successful, those suspicious mail will go to that person official mail ID. Okay, and if they see that those mail ID, and if it is asking you update your emergency contact number by mistake, if you just click on it, you may get compromised. That is why in the organization they are running a phishing drill. So in that case, they are making aware you, just validate and verify through from the source from where it comes, that mail. If you have found that it is something suspicious or non trustable, you can immediately report that email to a phishing email. So that is a educational purpose. That is how the companies are running this practice under the roof, right? So that you may educate and you can save yourself as well as the organization. So I mean, you being a trap or being a compromise, you are just one single click away. If you are not aware about it, what you are browsing, you're not keeping your eyes, it is just a matter of one click, and you may get a trapped, you may get a compromise, and because of your mistake, your organization is also will be under risk, right? So This is the enumeration, extracting the information using a default password. There are many online resources that publish many default password. In the GitHub, we can see some thousands of the combination of the password that the people use. If you are using some, easy and some default password, then there is a very much possibility that you will be compromised. The brute force Active Directory, the same again. This is the consequences of a design error in the application. Attacker take the benefits from it and it exploit the weakness to enumerate the valid username. That is what we have discussed over here. And then extract the username by SNMP. Through this, the attacker can guess the string through which they can extract the required username, as well as the DNS zone transfer. Yes.
Arman, somehow I heard brute force attack.
Mm-hmm.
So that means just do correct me if I'm wrong. So brute force attack is something if I am a hacker, if I am putting n number of passwords
Mm-hmm.
for my username, something like that. Is it type of attack?
Yes, yes. So brute force work on a hit and try method. It is not something, uh its success ratio, I cannot say it's 100%. Unless and until if the victim is using some default password or some very easy guessable password combination. Right. So brute force run on a hit and trial method.
Okay.
I will show you some password combination.
Yeah.
So now, in the context of the penetration test and security assessment, there are the three phases. Footprinting, it's we are gathering the public information. Active and passive. Active is where we don't need to, we have to communicate directly to the target. And passive is something we don't need to communicate with the target directly. That is, we have discussed yesterday, right? Scanning to discover the active system and services. If your target is up and running, then only you can perform the scan. Enumeration to extract the detailed information or a potential exploitation. So these are the three important phase, I can say, in a penetration tester or the security assessment they have to perform. Now let's go and I'll show you the GitHub password list. 10 million password list, you can see, right? So you can see these are the password list. These looks like a very simple football, ABC, dragon. But if you go down, you can see some uh, uh, combination. It is just 100. There should be some more details also. So these are the password combination, right? So how an attacker can perform these attacks? So basically they basically import those file. I'll will go this exercise and I'll perform this exercise through Hydra tools, Kali Linux, once we have the session for related to the system hacking. So with the help of the Hydra tools as well as the burp suit also, we can perform these attacks by using these the combination of the password available in the GitHub. So we'll do this exercise. Okay. So I think I have covered all the things for today's topic. Now it's an open forum for all. If you have any queries, just let me know.
Aman, I think that since a lot of this stuff, a lot of these tools are listed on GitHub, do you think we should have like a small lesson on GitHub? Because I tried to get access to stuff and it wasn't really, it wasn't that simple to navigate.
On GitHub?
Yes.
No, so you have to, let's say, for which tool you are looking out for.
I was trying them all. I mean, it's not very user friendly. GitHub. It doesn't look user friendly to me. Just maybe explain to me what makes it user friendly.
So basically in the GitHub, what we get, let's say, uh, so I mean, can you just elaborate more what you're looking out for from a GitHub?
Oh God! Almost everything is on GitHub, so it could be anything. Let me see.
Okay, let
This is,
me, yeah. Let me give you some, say,
yeah,
SQL
yeah,
injection
yes,
attack
okay,
payload.
that's good.
Okay. So here you can see the README. At the bottom, you can see, let's say, about the SQL injection. So it is giving you the detail about the what type of the SQL injection, as well as scanner tool, SQL map. It is also having some list of the SQL injection tools, how you can test. And this is the attack payload. So you can see there are very huge combination of the attack payload related to the SQL injection. So, I mean, that is something, not every attack payload will not work in every cases. That is how that has come with the practice. Okay. So let's say this statement. So or 1 equal to 1, it will run always because it's a true condition. It will definitely give you some results. Okay. 1 equal to, sometime it will run, sometime it will not. Why? Because of this. If you can see here, this command is also very useful when we perform the SQL injection. So what it does, or 1 equal to 1, it is true, but double hyphen means it will make the rest of the query as a statement. So whatever the things you have written, it will not run. Only it will validate and verify these commands. 1 equal to 1, it will run, it will give you the results. So this is, I mean, these are the payload, and it is not the case that every payload will work for you, right? There, but it is comes with the practice. Then only you
Okay.
will able to guess, and you will be able to use those payload. Let's say time based SQL injection. It is something you if you can see here, wait for delay. So if this payload will run successfully, it will make a delay in the response from the database for 5 milliseconds. If you have observed, then you can report this vulnerability that this is a time-based SQL injection vulnerability. Sometime it will not run. In some cases, you can see that, say, this command will work. What it will work? It will make a sleep of your database for 5 seconds. So you can see this is a common statement, right? These two statement are a common statement. This is making your database asleep for 5 milliseconds, and this is also doing the same job for you, but the uh, command is different. It is also giving you the reply from the database, and it is basically delaying it for a 5 milliseconds. So you can see the both the command is the same, but their syntax is different.
Right, I
Right.
see.
Yeah. So
Thank
that,
you.
yeah, that is why I mean, we feel a bit stuck or difficult what payload we need to use. That we'll learn from the practice.
Mm.
Right.
Because GitHub has almost everything on it.
Yes, everything. You named it, you get it.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes. Even for me also, it's initial days, I was facing very difficulties to use this the content from the GitHub, because I don't know which one we need to select. Right. So let's say SQL injection, if you just put this single quotes or backslash, these are the malicious input. If you are putting it at the end of this, let's say your URL parameter, or if you have any input parameter, if you just put the single character or backslash or hash, if your system, if you are getting some customized error from the database, then you can take proceed further. You can report this vulnerability. So that is how we'll learn slowly, but we'll learn how we can use those attack payload. Okay, so to-do list, guys, for you all is go through this document, and I have paste some links is also there in order to learn your network concept, TCP protocol, UDP protocol, how it runs, what are the different between the UDP and TCP protocol, OSI layers you should know if you are new, right? And as well as the Geek for Greeks, it is, you named it, you will get an answer here. And Nmap port scanning, it's a document that is already I have shared with you. Just go through it, and in the Kali Linux, just run those commands. In terms of any target, you can select EdYoda, securitytube.net, or Geek for Greeks. Any target you can select, and you can run those Nmap commands, and just have the experience what are the responses you are getting it. And then the Nessus installation guide is here. You can just go through it and install in the Kali Linux. So that is all about today's session. If you guys are
Arman?
having any query.
Yeah, yeah, I have.
Mhm.
Yeah, so Nmap, is it workable for the laptop or the desktop or the system, the endpoint? Just want to scan the endpoints regarding the
You are saying you want to scan your Nmap for your particular laptop, right? That is what you are saying.
particular laptop. Yeah,
I
yeah,
think it
yeah.
will learn. It will run. Let me. So this is my. This is
Email
my
address.
IP address. Okay, and let's say nmap -sv 192.168.6.128. Let's see. Yeah, nmap scan report for this host is up and running, is in ignored status. It is not giving you the service details here. Uh, so I don't think so that you will get some more details about your own machine, because you
Okay.
can see not shown 1000 close TCP port,
Mhm.
right?
Ports fused. Yeah. And anything for the Nmap means, as you mentioned, it's a free tools, open source free
Mm-hmm.
tool, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes.
anything in the market nearby to the Nmap, which is much more advanced, just for a knowledge.
No, this is a very advanced tool. You don't need to
Okay.
go for any other tools, because I can say in terms of the pen test or security assessment, if you have a good
Mm-hmm.
skill and a good, if you know all the commands for the
Mm-hmm.
Nmap, it
Mm-hmm.
is very sufficient.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Sir, can you help me download the Kali Linux, because I tried it and I've tried the link and all I get is a folder when I press
Uh,
install.
no, I mean, I have also installed from this, from that link only. In the beginning, if you can see someone have, they have shared the skin. I cannot recall the name. So what I suggest, you guys can just create your group, okay, and help each other how you can install. Are you Can anybody help me with the name of that person who installed the Kali Linux in Mac in the beginning of the session? Is Harun Rashid?
Harun, I think.
Yeah. So Harun, what I suggest you all, please make a group and help each other to install the Kali Linux, because this is the same link I have used, and I think Harun is also used the same link to install the Kali Linux, and videos is also there in the link, so you can take the help from the videos itself. If you face any difficulties, ping in the group and they will help you.
We have to download a VM separately and then we have to install it, or just we have to download that file and we'll start to install it. We
I
have
mean,
confusion on that.
in nowadays, in my previous batch, I mean, they have installed some package of the Kali Linux, and it is getting installed with the workstation itself.
Okay.
So yeah, now it's something change. So you will get a lot of options there. Uh, yeah, so that is why just be on the group, create a group, and take the help and the suggestion.
No, we have to create a VM and then
Ha,
we have to
likewise,
install
I
it.
mean, what
Yeah,
I
that
did, I have
time.
installed the workstation and then I have installed the Kali Linux. But
Uh,
now there are some options are available in the market also, that if you install the Kali Linux, it is also coming in the workstation combination or a package something. So
oh,
in that case, you don't need to install the workstation separately. That I can not recall, but someone from the previous batch, they did it.
okay. I will check it then. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay, so it's so if we are good, yes, please help each other and create a group. And
Group is already there, and some persons are already joined in the group.
okay. Thank you, Harun. Yeah, someone is asking to help to install this Kali Linux. So please help.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, guys, if we are good here, then we can wrap up the session and we'll meet next Saturday.
Arman, I posted my WhatsApp number. If I don't know who has made the group, if anyone can add me on that group, so I
Yeah,
will
I
be on the
think,
same page.
yeah, it's Harun. Harun, can you please add those
Let
numbers?
me share the link. They
Ha.
will join through the link.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
please.
yeah.
Just a second.
And guys, I can see that yesterday we have 20 head count and today is also we have almost 20. Yeah. But the feedback I have received only from 8 or 9 students. So please try to submit your feedback as much as uh, you guys can.
Can you send a feedback link? Will it be in the
It
mail?
no, it is already there in this EdYoda portal itself.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. So Harun, are you pinging the link here?
Yes. I'm
Yeah.
pinging it. Just a second.
Okay. Then only I'll wrap up this session so that
Yes.
everybody will have the link.
Yes, I have pinged the WhatsApp group link in the chat.
Okay. So I'm not sure whether if I close this meeting, this link will be there for you all or not.
It won't be available. Like we'll not be able to see that.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
can you
So
guys please try to access the link immediately? I mean, as soon as possible.
I copied, so I will do it later.
Okay,
Thank you
yeah,
so
yeah.
much.
Please copy everybody because I think
Yeah, I'm leaving. Bye.
it is a late for everybody. It's so okay. So thank you everyone. Good night, and we'll meet coming Saturday. And good morning, Kevin, to and other people who are in a different location. So bye and see you on Saturday. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Arman.
Thank you.
Thanks all.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.